We are live on YouTube, dude. YouTube, dude. YouTube, dude. YouTube, dude. 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 We gotta talk into this. We gotta make sure it's good. Thank you. All right, cool.
Right there. Use one.
All right, good idea.
What's up, y'all?
Welcome
back.
What's up? What's up? We're talking about loans in a difficult environment.
Did I refresh?
As soon as I see the mouse.
What's up, guys? Happy Tuesday.
Where's the mouse? Oh, there's a mouse.
Dude, there's a mouse. Now we're dealing with mice, rats, and mice.
Dude.
This is insane.
So rates, dude. Let's talk about rates.
I'm not happy about it. Good morning, guys.
You're not happy about
K,
rates?
What's up, K?
What's up, KK? Is it KK or K?
It's K. Riddle.
Oh yeah, KK, dude. KK's been with us since forever and a day ago, so that's cool. What's up, KK?
Since 1986.
Since 1980s, I think longer than that, but whatever. Rates are down again, and there's some pretty big stuff they're talking about in the real estate world, and things are starting to go crazy.
How crazy?
Crazy.
How crazy?
Crazy. Well, the Fed minutes came out not that long ago, a couple days ago. And so now people have had time to read through them and interpret them. And what they're interpreting is...
Why does Lee look such like a liberal?
Oh, God.
It's his style, man.
It's the Z-Man.
It's his style.
The Z-Man. Okay, so the rates came out, and they said that they could be decreasing interest rates between 150 and 275 basis points. Now, that's a lot. That is a lot because over 24 and 24. Now, there's some people that think it's going to happen really quickly. I don't think it's going to happen really quickly. In fact, everybody that I study is saying it's going to take a lot longer than you think it is.
When will the decrease happen? Asked user. Blah, 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 blah.
So, here's a big question. I'm still sticking to we're not going to see a significant turn till third quarter. Significant turn. However, there's some really encouraging news that came in that might make it towards the end of the second quarter. So what you're seeing right now is not actual decrease in the main prime rate or the bond yields. What you're seeing now is the uncertainty taken out of the market. Because while the uncertainty was in the market, there was a 2.5 point spread between the 10-year yield and mortgage rates. And that uncertainty was factored in. Now that we believe the pause is here, they haven't said it, but they believe the pause is here. And because they believe the pause is here, uncertainty is gone, and so is that extra pad. So we're getting down to about a point to a point and a half from the 10-year yield, which puts us where we're at right now. Now, we got a little bit more to go down, a little bit, but I don't think anything significant is going to happen, not downward-wise, for a while.
Well, the news they're putting out is very good news. I mean, they're talking about the Fed's going to do 6 reductions or 4 reductions, and we're seeing the response in the news, and because of that is why we're in better territory at the moment. So, that being said, I think it's going to be a bit of a waterfall next year. I think it's going to do this.
You think? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen like that.
Based on the data and we're touching 5s right now. Touching. We're not at 5s.
Well, no, that's not entirely true. If you're at a 15-year, like a 30-year FHA right now on the website, I'm talking about the website, the official website. If you go to New American Funding, the official website.
You're going to get the calls like,
5.
hey, you said...
No, dude, we get that all the time. How many times have you gotten a call and said, hey, I saw the rates are, they're 5.75. Where's my 5.75? I'm like, no, that's what the company's putting out as a perfect file. And if you had an 800 FICO score and $100,000 down and $220,000 income, you too can get a 5.75 rate. Imagine that. They put out their best. Duh. So anyway, that's what happens.
Hey, Uncle. How you doing?
What's up, Uncle? What's up, Uncle?
He wants to know what you think about reverse mortgage.
What do I think about reverse mortgages? Well, I think they are like most financial tools. Use them correctly, they can be amazing. They can be amazing.
Yep.
Use them incorrectly, they'll burn you down.
Yep.
That's the same thing with like HELOCs. HELOCs right now are kind of big. Use it correctly, they could be amazing. You go out and buy, I don't know, a new boat, a couple of jet skis, go to the restaurant in Vegas, it'll burn your house down because you still got to make that payment. reverse mortgage is really, really good if you know what it is and you know what your intent is. If you're just looking for money really quickly, you should probably talk with somebody to make sure that you know what you're doing.
Yep.
Because you are spending your inheritance, not your inheritance,
net
your
worth.
your net worth. Thank you. Your net worth. You're spending your net worth because whatever you get every month. So let's say you get $3,000 a month. If you get $3,000 a month, that's $3,000 a month plus interest that your kids will not be able to get, or your heirs, or if you wanted to give it the Cat Foundation, or wherever you wanted to give it, it's gone.
So same thing I've always said when it comes to finance. It's either appropriate for you or it's not. So I've sat and done hundreds of reverse mortgages, and I've also not done hundreds of reverse mortgages because it wasn't appropriate for that group. So done a lot of them, not done a lot of them. So
We actually gave seminars on reverse mortgages.
done seminars.
We've done seminars on them.
If this is something you're interested in, give us a call. We'll get you
Yeah.
data on it so you can make a solid decision.
Yep, it's good. And for some people, they'll swear by it.
Yeah.
And for them, it's right.
Yeah, exactly.
And
That's
for
exact-
some
yeah.
people, they're like, some financial advisors will be like, no, don't ever do this. And there's reasons. Like I had one situation where the person wanted to do a reverse mortgage, didn't have any kids, just wanted to travel the world.
Quickly explain what a reverse mortgage is.
Reverse mortgage is a mortgage. It's a mortgage. But instead of you paying the mortgage company pays you if you choose. You can choose that option. So it's still a note. You still owe money. The difference is that they're planning out your death because the mortgage company is going to be around for another 100 years, 200, 300, whatever, a long time, longer than you. You've got 20 years, 30 years left and $200,000 in equity. What they do is they just say, hey, listen, that $200,000 will systematically give you money for the rest of your life. But when you pass, that house is mine. Or at least enough to cover the note. And then the remainder goes to your heirs. So can it be a good thing? Yeah. If you have trouble in your senior years and you don't have enough money, that's probably the time it's best. But you should know that it is a note. It's not free money. You are going to, your house is going to pay it off. But if you don't have any heirs, what do you care?
Well, not just that. I've done a couple of reverse mortgages for rich people. People that actually have money.
Yeah, because
and
they don't
using
want
it as a tool still.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not for poor, it's not for rich. It's ideal for some, it's not ideal for others. But here's the biggest thing that it does. Reverse mortgage says if you choose not to make a mortgage payment, you don't have to. If you choose to make a mortgage payment, hey, thanks. That's it. You either choose to make it or not. And you can go month to month. You can go year by year. You can just never make a mortgage payment. You can always make a mortgage payment. It's just very flexible. Only for 62 years and older, by the way.
Tony 18X.
What's up, Tony?
What's up, Tony? As a new LMLO, should I go work for a bank to gain experience? Okay, you're in a very. It depends on how new you are. If you just got your MLO license, by the way, congratulations. Pretty tough test to pass. Good for you. You also have to pass the FBI background check. They have to fingerprint you. You can't have moral turpitude. A lot of people don't understand. It's difficult to be an LO in this day and age because they want to make sure that you don't screw people over.
Yep.
Anyway, if you're brand new, your first year or two will actually probably determine your success. And the reason is if you go work for a bank that does not teach you to hunt, if they don't teach you to hunt, and that in the day those are called cash call, cash call? What was it? I think so, cash call.
Yeah, something like that.
So we'll just call it cash call.
Ditech. Remember Ditech?
Ditech was another one. So what they do is they say, hey, the law says you need an MLO on your loan. So you have to have an MLS number. Mine's 944254 in case you wanted to know. What's yours?
1066958.
Okay, we all know our loan officer's license. We have to because it has to be on all your
What's
advertising.
your social?
Dude, I'm not going to tell you that. Ain't crazy, man. Your date of birth and your mother's maiden name, please. So my social security number is 1.
Yeah, I thought it was like between 1 and 7.
1 and 7? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Yeah. So if you go work for a bank that will just feed you the loans, which is what everybody wants, by the way. Everybody wants, hey, I see these guys make $250,000 to $1 million a year. You're right, you do. Once you learn how to do it. But it's not execution only. It is actually hunting. It is actually problem solving.
The hardest part of the business.
The hardest part of the business is to get people to know, like, and trust you. And here's the reality of it. You're going to hurt people. You're going to put people in escrow that should not be in escrow. You have to. It's the only way you learn. Now, if you have a good mentor, I mean a great mentor, not a good mentor, a great mentor. If you have a great mentor, well then they will catch most of it, but they won't catch all of it, because there'll still be something that you didn't think was important, and it will be important, and it will kill an escrow. The only way you can know this stuff, it's like a good surgeon. You have to have some people on the table. You're gonna mess up. If you have a good mentor, he's gonna fix it. But if you don't have a good mentor, the first time you screw up an escrow and the whole world turns on you, because the realtor will never work with you again, the escrow will hate you, the title will not, depending on what state you're at, but the title won't want to work with you again, and then everybody in that office will know you screwed up an escrow, talking about the real estate office. And then all of a sudden, for some reason, they'll take your calls, they'll let you buy lunch, but they won't give you any loans.
Here's something that actually, you ever walk through life and have all these aha moments?
Yes.
Kind of like the end of Sixth Sense. You're like, oh my God, it all comes clear.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of those all the time.
Tell me one.
So I just started a new series that's really old, that a lot of people have already seen, but it's new to me, and it's called Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
And in Grey's Anatomy, what it is, it's about half a dozen, maybe a dozen brand new doctors that are residents. And they're cutting people open, and they're making mistakes left and right. Some people go flatline. Some people come back to life.
Right.
Some people die. And that's the life of a loan officer, except there's no, in every scenario at least, there's not a boss doctor watching over you, so if someone flatlines, they can bring them back to life. If you have a good mentor, then yes, you have that. But if you don't have a good mentor, you have a bunch of flatlines on your loans all day long. And when I watch this show, I'm like, that's kind of like being a loan officer. Dead deals coming back to life, someone stepping in to help you, someone to say, hey, why don't you try this? And it's a very tough job, being a doctor and a loan officer.
Well, I saw this thing on fighter pilots where somebody got accepted to one of the elite fighter pilot programs. And he says, hey, I just walked in. I'm one of the elite guys. I just got accepted. And he goes, you think you're elite? You're crazy. You got to go do everybody's job for at least 2 weeks. Everybody's job. The mechanic's job, the hydraulics guy's job, the electrician's job. You got to know how to do that to make the jet take off the fighter carrier. Why? Because you'll understand that you are only a part of a team. If you understand that, then you can start to be elite. Well, for a loan officer that's going to survive, you got to do a lot of shit work. You're going to have to do open houses. You're going to have to do flyers. You're going to have to do cold calls. You're going to have to do, this is the only way you'll survive. If you think you just sit back and, hey, where's my Lamborghini? Because that's kind of a phase most loan officers go through. You have to get a Lamborghini or a sports car or whatever. New BMW, at least. You need a BMW. White, yeah. So, yeah. Should you work for a bank? Maybe, but probably not. If I really wanted someone, like if my son was coming in and saying, hey, listen, I want to go work for one of these cash call companies, I would say, you're going to be in the business for about a year until rates go up, and then you're done. You won't know how to hunt. You did not. Think about this. You put a lion in the zoo, from the minute he's raised, he's fed. And then throw him out in the jungle, he's toast. Even though he's got the physical power, he doesn't have the mental capacity to survive in the market. Ooh, I got all kinds of crazy.
You did. Let's go to Variance in the Vegas 1. I'm Chicago, just got denied for Chad grant and other grants I can apply for. I'm under contract. I think he's asking if there's any other grants that he could apply for because he's under contract. Wow.
Yeah,
big deal.
Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. Why did your loan officer let you get under contract?
Seriously.
Dude, this is back to the guy I was just talking about. This is exactly what we're talking about. This is exactly what we're talking about. A bad loan officer will say, hey, why don't you go shopping? Don't worry about the rest. I'll take care of it. They're not really qualified. So, like, people come to us. We'll check. We'll get back to you. We'll get to you in a second, Bernice. But it really is. I have to dig into Illinois and I have to figure out the programs. But your LO is going to decide whether or not you're qualified for a program or not. And if you're qualified for the program, they'll send you shopping for that program.
Do you watch the TV?
I'm watching us, man. I can't get enough of me. I'm like, hey, check me out on YouTube.
Get some mine.
So we do Cal Halfa. Everybody wants Cal Halfa because it's zero down. There's actually something called the Dream for All program that just came out. They will give you 20% down. So if you're buying a $500,000 house, they give you $100,000. $100,000. They don't give it to you. They want it back. But they allow you to use their $100,000 and make interest for them like the mafia, and then you give it back when they want it back or whatever. So people they want that. Everybody wants it. And to get clients, a inexperienced loan officer will say, why, yes, I will get it for you. Well, an experienced loan officer goes, wait a minute, no, wait. Let me make sure your income's good, your credit's good, your assets are good. Let's make sure you qualify for the program. And then let's pre-underwrite you to make sure you're going to get through the program. And after we pre-underwrite you, then let's get you in contract. But that's not what the customer wants to hear. The customer wants, hey, I saw 5.75 on your website this morning. Where's my 5.75? And then I just say, hey, listen, unfortunately, you got to read the small print. The small print says you have to have an 800 FICO score for the 5.75.
And you have a 9.
And you have a 9. No, there's not even a 9, a 350.
That's what I'm saying. It's that bad.
Is that bad? Okay. So I got denied for the CHAD grant. So we have to look for the we have to look into the thing. But here's the problem. I could help you, but I have to be a loan officer. I don't know your program. I won't know your credit. I don't know your problems. I don't know your history. I don't know why you got denied. Your LO should be in there digging in and solving this problem right now. You have a surgeon, so to speak, and you're in the middle of an operation. You can't call a better surgeon to say, hey, can you fly in real quick and fix me? He could sew you up and the new surgeon could take over. Is that a good analogy? I don't know. Maybe.
Dude, you gotta watch Grey's Anatomy. You're getting it all mixed up.
I'm getting it all mixed up.
Right now, you're flatline.
Beep.
You need to leave that hospital. Come to the Kristen Lee Hospital.
And then let's see what we can happen. Yeah, we don't know. Sometimes somebody will say, hey, listen, my LO did this, and then I fell out of escrow. Can you fix it? We'll say, I don't know. We'll find out. You know what? And then I'll pull credit. I'll pull assets. I'll pull everything. They'll go, hey, your bankruptcy here is only like 7 months old. You're Chapter 7. Yeah, but I had it erased through credit repair. No, you didn't have it erased. You had it covered over for a second, but we find it. We'll find that. You're never going to be qualified. Well, not for another couple years. You're not going to. Your LO should have caught this day one.
Day one.
Yeah.
Team Sanchez, I want to buy and second bigger home with percent. What percent do I need down? So second home, Lee, what's the percent?
Team Sanchez, I want to buy a second bigger home. A second. So is that a second home in addition to your primary, or is that a new primary residence? Those are two different guidelines. If it's a second home and you plan on keeping the primary and you have another one in Las Vegas because you go to Vegas, or
new primary,
University of Michigan. Okay, new primary. That's easy. New primary. Depending on whether or not how long you've been in your house. Yeah, it is.
Depends on
3.5. Yeah, 3.5% for an FHA. Or 3% for a conventional, a possibility of a down payment assistance program, but I'll say very low possibility, because at the top of my head, there's only one that will allow you to do it without having been non-homeowner for the last 3 years. That's Platinum, right? Platinum will let you do it that way? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, $300K income, Team Sanchez, no FHA. Dude, we're getting all the data.
5% down.
Dude,
there you go.
5% down. You can do 3% down.
No, you can't.
Wait.
First time home buyer.
Oh, yep. Fair. Good question.
5% down.
5% down right now. Boom. 5%.
If you're looking for the lowest down payment, that's it.
Yeah, 5%.
Other than that, you can put 50% down. You can put 75% down.
Can you?
Hell, you could put 90%
Dude,
down.
if you do put 90% down, you know what you've done? Finance 10. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Name of our new company, Finance 10.
Finance 10. Dude, Finance 10. Why no FHA? Why do we say no FHA? Is because you currently have an FHA? I don't know. Be kind. Thank you very much for following us. We appreciate you guys. Hey, share, like the video, let everybody know we're live. We're helping people get homes in a very tough environment, although it's getting much better.
Interest rates are coming down, guys. It's getting busy.
What are they now?
It's getting busy.
What are they now on the website?
6.25 for a conventional.
That's crazy.
Fives, guys. We're like
That's
almost
crazy,
there.
Man. That's crazy.
And then FHA's 5s, VA's in the 5s,
15 years?
USDA's in the 5s, 15 years in the 5s.
Wow.
Guys, we're already touching 5s.
Yeah, we're touching 5s. We're touching 5s.
Busy.
It has to be a perfectly clean scenario, but we're touching 5s.
Austin Casey, 80K income. How much can I afford FHA? Adam says BS.
Adam, BS. We love Adam.
How many points?
Adam, how many points?
He said BS.
How many points? Hey, Adam, probably an LO. Love that. Here's what I want you to do, Adam. If you're an LO, here's what I want you to do. You got to do this. And I'm talking to the guy who just became an LO, because you're going to have LOs coming at you like this. You better know your shit. So here's how I'm going to tell you to do this, Adam. I want you to exit the live. I'm not kicking you out, but I want you to exit the live. I want you to go to the top of the profile. When you go to the top of the profile, you're going to see a link that says Stand Store. Click the link that says Stand Store. You're going to go on that link. There's going to be cool stuff. Cool stuff. Hit that link, and then I want you to go to New American. It's going to say today's rates. Go to New American Funding. That's going to be on there. Today's rates. You're going to click New American Funding, and you're going to come up with this, because this is today's rates on the New American Funding website. 5.75 for an FHA. Now, before you call BS, Adam, this is what New American Funding is putting out. And I will tell you, there's an asterisk on it. You got to have an 800 FICO score. You got to have a certain amount of down payment, over 20%. You got to have a certain amount of DTI. But if you meet all of those requirements, and there probably are some points on that, because there's a little asterisk on it, Adam.
Here's what he said.
Guys, I'm a mortgage banker. I love it. See, I told you, we're going to come at us. I told you what to do, Adam, but you can go there, check us out, and then come back and follow us. We love to have other mortgage bankers in the house with us. We love it. Dude, you can't even, I'm not going to lie, that was impressive. First he dropped it, and then he caught it midair. You didn't see that, but it's pretty badass. Yeah. Adam, that's where you go. You go to the front page, New American Funding, 30 years, 6.25. Yeah.
Guys,
I'm a mortgage banker. Yeah, I know, dude. You're like, I caught you. No, you didn't catch us, dude. I'm telling you what's on the front page of New American Funding.
Badge.
Yeah, I got, and a bullet right here somewhere. Remember that?
Team Sanchez, passive rental income reported on taxes. Do I need anything else?
Passive rental income reported on taxes. Well, I need your full taxes. I need your Schedule E. On your Schedule E, we got to see how much of it is actual profit, because your Schedule E will say, hey, listen, I brought in $24,000, and, you didn't put it on D&D?
It is on D&D.
Oh, I can't do that. So you have to see how much you brought in for profit, then I have to see how much your expenses are, and then I have to see what you netted. So at the net, after I see your 2 years of tax returns, your Schedule E, then I can tell you exactly what you need. No worries, Team Sanchez. We got you covered. Give us a call. Adam, did you do it? Did you do it? Did you do it? We probably left.
Team Sanchez, 30-year at 6.25 with 3% down? No. Absolutely not. That's going to be 20% down or better. 3% down probably gets you 7s.
Oh, yeah. By the way, all loans are based off of... So we have Adam, who's a mortgage banker, and then we got the new guy, who's another mortgage banker. We get a lot of mortgage bankers on this. Why? So anyway, we got...
Take fans wherever I can get them.
Here's the... we take our fans everywhere. We got Facebook, yes, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Dude, all of them. Dude, the whole world is watching us.
The whole world. Millions and millions of
millions
fans
of
out
people.
There.
We keep burning up the internet lines because they just
breaking the
melt.
internet.
They just melt. You can't keep it up, man.
Who's the internet guy? Who invented the internet? Al Gore?
I don't know. Yeah, Al Gore did it. Sure,
Al Gore
why
called
not?
me. He was like, hey, stop breaking my toy.
Yeah.
I said, hey, man, I can't help it. I got fans.
Use the Elon Musk.
They want to hear us.
GFY. You didn't see that one. Elon Musk did some pretty cool shit.
Is that where he called out?
Yes.
What's his name?
Yes, on Disney, Bob Iger.
Disney, yeah.
Bob Iger.
Yeah.
Bob Iger's the CEO of Disney. Anyway, so for LOs that are out there, in case you need a little education, new guys, you experienced guys probably get mad at me and go, you are wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. I get that all the time. I love those guys. I'm like, come on, baby, let's do it. Come on, baby. Yeah, come on, baby, let's do it. I had one L come at me and said, hey, you can't have a VA and an FHA. And I was like, yes, you can.
And what did they say?
It's an instant situation. Oh, we did this.
Dude.
And I said it's instant per instance. It's a govy to govy. Dude. It's 100-mile radius. You have to be there over a year. Dude, we go battle, but I understand the guidelines. So anyway,
I remember years ago when we were solving a bunch of loans and people are like, hey, they're doing something shady over there because they're closing deals that shouldn't be closed. And it's like, no, it's out of the box thinking. It's how you look at it. Change your perspective.
Right.
Have the mindset of how do we close this, not it's dead. And that's the difference.
So Team Sanchez, all loans are based off of risk. So the less risk the bank has, the better deal you're going to get. So the least risky loan is probably 50% down, 24% DTI, And at that point, you're going to get an amazing deal with an 800 FICO because there's no risk. But here's what the average consumer wants. They want to put no money down or very little money. Well, if you put very little money, the risk for the bank is extremely high. It's extremely high. So high that they make you buy insurance for them. The insurance isn't for you, it's for them. They make you buy it. It's called mortgage insurance. Well, the mortgage insurance can get very expensive if you have a low FICO. If you have a low FICO, well, the mortgage insurance company is going, well, wait a minute. This person is proven not to pay their bills on time. They've proven it. So we're going to charge you more for mortgage insurance. If you have a high FICO, the mortgage insurance company says, well, this person is proven to pay their bills on time. So will be less costly for mortgage insurance. Well, if you put 20% or more down, they don't make you buy mortgage insurance anymore. If you go FHA with less than 10% down, they make you buy mortgage insurance for the entire life of the loan. If you put more than 10% down, well, then they make you buy it for 11 years. So we like our LOs, we like our seasoned LOs, we like our brand new LOs. We love people challenging us on guidelines. Occasionally, someone will catch us, but not very often. Not very often. That doesn't happen very often, especially between the two of us, because if I have a doubt, I just go, Chris, guideline. He goes, Lee, guideline. And we just go back and forth, and then we hash it out, and then we figure it all out. Cool.
Boom.
What's the difficult?
Lopez, or is that George Lopez? I don't know.
Who's George Lopez? What's the difficult environment? Credit box hasn't changed. Credit box. You
You have a credit box?
I don't know. Is there a box where you keep your credit? Like your keys? I keep my gum in this little box right here.
Guy with hair.
Clips box. Guy with hair. I'm JL, dude. Hey, this is my gum keeper box. Credit box hasn't changed. Credit box. I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe it's the thing where it
Yeah.
says.
I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe it's
calling
up there.
that a
Maybe they're
box.
frozen. Yeah, could be frozen. Anyway, on the New American Funding website right now, 5.75 for an FHA 30-year fixed, or a conventional 15-year fixed, or a VA 30-year fixed. 6.25 for a conventional.
All right, guys, tell me where you're at.
Yep. Tell me
City
where you-
and state. Where you guys
City and
located?
state, and give me your problems. Let's fix them, man. Let's get you a house.
IG, TikTok, Facebook, all you guys. YouTube.
Have you guys talked about the VA loan? Tactical gaming. Dude, the name alone. Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Tactical gaming. So, yes, the VA loan. VA loan is awesome. That's it. VA loan, 0 down.
Talked about it. Check. Becky's
Yeah.
in Cerritos.
VA loan.
Cerritos Auto Square.
Cerritos Auto Square. Nobody in the rest of the country knows what you're talking
one.
about. Nobody.
Only SoCal people.
Only she knows. Claudia's like, yeah, I know. So VA loan. The VA actually covers 25% of your mortgage insurance. That's essentially what it is. So if you default, the VA will cover up to 25% of what you default on. When you default, the bank doesn't usually lose everything because they foreclose on the house and they resell it. But to foreclose costs money. They got to pay for lawyers. They got to pay for the sheriff. They got to pay for the trash out because you didn't leave it in a good condition. They got to pay for repairs because you didn't leave it in good
You
condition.
guys made a mess, huh?
And by the time you're done, they'll end up paying, call it 50 grand. Well, if they defaulted, you have mortgage insurance. The mortgage insurance will cover that. But on the VA, they will cover up to 25%. And then they will never let you forget it. Because when you try for another VA loan, they're going to be, I'm sorry, you have a claim against your VA loan.
Bum, bum, bum.
Dun, dun, dun. So there's 2 ways around it. You can ask for a reprieve, kind of. It's a different word. Or you can pay back. We recommend you pay back. Cool.
Becky wants to know if a duplex will help you qualify for more.
You take that.
I was going to say, you said a lot of words.
I've been talking a
words,
lot.
words. I know more.
Dude, you only know nine
Words.
words. You only know 9
Words.
words.
I know
You only know
words.
9 words. You like
I've
to
been
use them.
using them
Cool.
my whole life.
9 words. Do it.
Would duplex help you qualify for more? So, in theory, yes, because here's how it works. So, there's loan limits. So, what would
Donna
happen...
says hi. Hi, Donna.
What's up, Donna? So, 1 is your first layer loan limit. Okay, let's say it's 600 grand.
Okay.
2 units, let's say it goes to 800 grand. 3 units, say it goes to a million. 4 units, say it goes to 1.2 million.
Okay.
This is just an example. So the more units you go, the more the loan limit goes up, but you have to qualify for up to that amount. So if you're going FHA and you're buying a 2-unit, you're qualifying for the 1 unit, and you can use the rents from the 2nd unit for the whole thing. So could I have to qualify for more? Possibly, but you need to qualify. That's the key. It's qualifying.
All right. Give me one.
This question is about giving 15% down.
Is it a good way with 15-year loan? Claudia, come close, because this is important.
Even closer.
Even closer, Claudia. Even closer.
Closer.
Okay, so maybe. Here's why. Because your interest rate is going to be the biggest factor on what your payment is. If your goal is to pay the least to the bank and you've got good money coming in on a monthly basis, 15 years is a good way to go. It is a good way to go. Sometimes you should price a 30-year, because the 30-year, if you pay the same amount that you would pay on the 15-year, you'll actually pay it off quicker. The reason is because of the amortization table. The banks don't want you to really know, they don't hide it, but they don't want you to know it, that if you pay your loan off faster, they make less money. What?
They don't want to do that.
What? So in a 15-year, they fully amortized it in, and they say, okay, cool, we know how much we're going to make on this. Boom. So, but when you finance a 30-year, they're like, hey, we know how much we're going to make on this. But if you start paying up front, you start front-loading that principal only, the amount the bank will make will be far less, and you'll pay it off quicker than 15 years.
Boom.
But it takes strategy. It's very difficult to swallow the first time you hear it. It's like, whoa, what?
Strategy for swallowing?
What? Dude, you make things weird.
Dude, the Queen wants to know if y'all help in Florida. Do y'all help in Florida for the Queen?
I like that. Do it again.
Do y'all help in Florida for the Queen?
The Queen likes that too. I'm sure.
Yes, sure. Queen.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, dude, you make things weird. You make things weird all the time.
She's probably a millennial.
Dude, I don't know. You gotta make things weird. Why do you have to make it so weird?
It's a queen. How do you talk to queens? Would you like some crumpets in your tea?
What do you watch? What kind of shows do you watch?
I don't. I'm guessing.
I knew one queen, dude. It was Queen Elizabeth. She was badass.
Queen Latifah.
Oh, you know Queen Latifah. I don't.
Queen Latifah.
Okay, cool. So did you ask Queen Latifah if she wants crumpets in her tea?
I would if I addressed her. I've never met her.
Yes, we do Florida. We love Florida. I used to live in Florida. It's awesome. I used to live in South Beach, Miami. Oh, what? Yeah, it's crazy.
Wait.
What?
What's the Vanilla Ice line?
Ice,
A1A.
Ice, baby. Detroit Avenue. Oh, dude, you triggered it.
A1A.
It was a trigger warning. You didn't even give me a trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
You didn't give me a trigger warning.
A1A.
Detroit Avenue. So, yes, we help in Florida. Questions. Tell us where you're from. Any questions on profile?
Little
on
Penny's waiting
loan
for
profiles.
her to answer for her question.
All right, good.
Little Penny.
Let's go. Little
It's
Penny.
A little penny.
I like that.
Not a big one. A little one.
Little Penny. Little Penny.
I make $75K a year. What price house can I afford? And will $15,000 be enough cash to close? Lee, how much can she afford?
So, Little Penny.
Little Penny.
Little Penny. Little Penny. We're going to guess somewhere between $375,000 to $420,000. Somewhere in that range. $375 to $420. Yeah. 375 to $420. Now, here's the catch. We're still in an environment, depending on where you're at, where you can get closing costs negotiated into the deal. You need a good realtor. You need a bang-up, badass, top-producing realtor that knows how to do this. If you don't have one, we can help you get one. We have a system to help you get top-producing realtors. We vet them, and then we watch them. We tell them, this is the conversation. We're like, hey, I got Penny over here. I got to pre-qualify for $400,000. Yeah, I'd like to see if you'd be interested in taking on a client. They say, well, yes, Lee, I would be interested in taking on a client. I say, cool. Here's the rules. This is my client. I'm going to watch everything you do, and I talk to my client basically every other day. So I need to know what your strategy is and help them. They say, well, yes, I will help them. Cool. In your market, are you able to get closing costs? They start to back off right now. They go, well, every deal is a little different. And I say, can you get closing costs? They know they're about to lose a deal. They say, tell you what, Lee, I'll do everything I can to get closing costs. Cool, that's what I want. And then they'll go shopping with you and get you a house, and we'll watch it every step of the way. If you get a good experienced realtor, they can save you a ton of money. An inexperienced realtor, because either your cousin or your bestie, that's probably not a good idea. Probably not a good idea, because you've just basically given them a $20,000 paycheck, and they don't know what they're doing yet.
So, little penny, just to answer the second part of your question, $14,000. So whatever purchase price, multiply that by 3.5%, and that's your down payment. So 14 grand is about $400,000 max purchase price.
Yeah.
So if that's your range, yes, you need to call us. You need to call us fast because houses are flying off the shelves.
They're flying off the shelves?
Yes.
I didn't know they were on the shelves.
Yes.
Do you need a badass loan? You need to call a badass loan officer. Chris and Lee are your badass loan officers at New American Funding. Call us anytime you want. If it's after midnight, call Chris.
Text me.
Text him. Okay, bye.
Okay, should I refinance my 2.25% home? 2.25, that's a good job, Danco. Because it's a VA and it's locked and the home wants to use it again. My VA is locked on. Oh, okay, so he bought a house, got 2.25, should he refinance?
Are you selling that house or are you keeping it? That's a good, because 2.25 is gold. That's money in the bank. I wouldn't give up 2.25 unless you absolutely had to.
So what if he wants to get money out of it? What does he do? What does the guy do?
Well, there are HELOCs. HELOC is home equity line of credit. There's second mortgages. And then there's this weird new thing where they're saying, hey, listen, we'll participate in your equity and give you money. I'm not so sure I'm a fan of those. But HELOC is probably, it depends on what you're trying to do. Now, if you're selling the house, your 2.25 is actually a selling advantage if you're in an area where there's a lot of veterans. Because your veteran can assume that 2.25 when you sell it. They can assume it. And then you have the choice of giving up your entitlement or making them use their entitlement. I would always recommend making them use your other entitlement.
Sweet.
Yeah, there's only a rare scenario where you wouldn't do that.
Dude, your sign is backwards.
Dude, my sign is backwards.
Arlene told me.
Flip it over. Just wait a second, Arlene. It'll change.
Is it true that it was announced that interest rates will drop to 6s in 2024? Asks Noel.
Noel in the 6s. Well, I got news for you. No, 6 times. She didn't say 6s. We're already in the 6s.
Yeah. My bad. Six times.
6s. Well, what they said in the Fed minutes, and they're being interpreted many, many, many different ways, but they said, hey, listen, we believe there's going to be between 150 and 275 basis point cut in 24. That's a lot. In the loan officer's world, that's a lot.
Waterfall. Tell me.
Yeah.
Waterfall.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen like that. I don't
All
think
right, guys, take the bets.
Taking
I say
bets.
waterfall. He says
No way in hell.
no way in hell.
No way in hell.
Okay.
I say the minute we get a little scare, it's going right back up.
I'll see you next year.
Okay, we're going to find out. I'll be here. You'll be here.
I'll be on this side. The right side.
That's the left side.
And you're the wrong side.
Okay. All right, cool.
So what the heck, man?
We shared the. Hey, Arlene, thank you for sharing the
backwards.
video. It's backwards again. Thank you for sharing the video. We're here for you. Where are you guys at? All of you guys. We got you on Facebook. Thank you for Facebook for showing up. Instagram. Thank you, Instagram, for showing up. TikTok. Thank you, TikTok. YouTube. Thank you, YouTube world.
So city and state, guys, and then questions. What do you want to know about mortgages? What do you want to know about your situation? Is it credit? Is it down payment? Is it program? Is it can you even buy? Do you want to know how much you can potentially afford?
New American Funding website.
You want to know what Lee did this weekend? Do you care what deodorant he uses? I do. So, Massachusetts. Lee?
Massachusetts. What's the weather like in Massachusetts?
The weather outside is weather.
The weather outside is weather. Jack ID. What's up, Jack ID? Massachusetts. Can you spell Massachusetts without looking at it? M-I-S-S-I-S-S-I-P-B-I. That's all I know.
Close. Very close.
Everybody asks me to spell Massachusetts. I'm going to spell Mississippi.
Gill. Or
All right.
Navigill. Navigill?
Navigill.
Make about 40 G's. Boom.
With home paid off. Value $650,000. Rent estimate $3,500. How much for the new house? So, how long have you been renting that $3,500 house? If it's brand new, maybe nothing because you're paid off.
Make about 40 with a home paid off. He didn't say it was brand new. He just said it's paid off.
Okay, value
Worth about
650. Yeah, but if I don't have landlord, I can't use that for profits. I can only use it to wash.
Oh, you're correct.
I know I'm correct.
So your question is it already rented? Has it been rented?
Yeah,
Have
has
you
it
been
been
filing
rent?
it on your taxes?
So here's the rule on that. Navigil. I need 2 years history of landlord experience before I can use for profits. I can use to offset current mortgage without landlord profits, but I need 2 years history of landlord experience. And you got to prove it. You can't just say, "Trust me, bro, been doing it," because they'll ask for your Schedule E. They're like, "Hey, you haven't been reporting it," so you're lying then. No, I'm not lying. I just forgot.
Oh, man, I always forget. A townhome of $600,000. What would the down payment be? Asks user 7921255. So depending on where you're at, we got to figure out the loan limit. Okay, and then you got to take it. If it's above the loan limit, you got to take it to the loan limit. But if your loan limit isn't an issue, you can get in for as low as $0 down.
Zero
down.
How do you do that?
You got to find a program, and you have to qualify with 2 years work history, 620 or better credit score, and maybe a little bit of assets because you're going to need to put in a deposit. Okay, guys. So as long as you have that, we can see if you qualify for $0 down.
Zero.
Most people get 3.5. Most.
Can you do a 3% condo?
Yeah.
I think you can do
First
3%
time
condo.
homebuyer. First time
Yeah.
homebuyer.
So 6 times 3 is 18 grand. 6 times 3 is 18. So your answers are 0, 18 grand, or more than 18 grand.
Or $600,000 if you want to buy cash.
Dude, you could buy cash, but it's probably gonna be more than that. Tax.
Tax?
It's 8%.
But I pay cash. Do I have to pay tax?
Yes,
if I pay
you
cash?
have to pay tax.
What about?
Cool.
Oh, in Orange County.
Oh, see, baby.
So loan limit is at about $1 million in Orange County.
That's crazy.
So yeah, you could get away with
That's
$0 down,
crazy.
3%.
First time
3.5%.
home buyer, Orange County, $1 million, whatever. You know, the rest of the world would not
What did?
see that. I don't know what's
What
going on.
did Everly said cool, or could, but not bad. Oh, that weather, cold.
Oh,
not bad
cold,
actually.
but not.
Yeah.
Oh, Evelyn, not bad actually.
It's not been rented.
Do you have 4 seasons in Massachusetts? I like 4 seasons. California, you don't get 4 seasons.
I
We
do
get
like that hotel. One of my favorite hotels.
Hotel California.
4 Seasons.
Oh, well, different. Sorry.
That's a prison.
That is, yeah.
Navigil has not been rented, which means that all we could do is offset your payment. So here's what it means. You don't have a rent payment, but if you did, a mortgage payment, we would offset it. So in your case, you're just buying a brand new house.
See, make sure. Sometimes we get suspended. Sometimes we get put in jail. Bad boys. What you gonna do? They throw us in jail. We've been thrown in jail
Dude,
a couple of
side
times.
hustles.
You got to see us on all different platforms: Instagram, TikTok.
Okay,
YouTube.
Noel, still going. Noel's still going, man. We got to keep up with Noel.
Okay,
so
Noel.
I do Uber for almost 10 years, but after a ton of write-offs, it shows that I make a little. Is that a problem?
That's a big problem.
Tell me why.
That's kind of a big problem. Because you're telling the federal government, you're like, hey, trust me, bro, I don't make no money. Trust me, bro, I don't make no money. I'm going to put it down on paper. I don't make no money.
Actually, he did say that he made a lot of money, but he also said I have
Yeah.
all these expenses.
Yeah. Well, you think I make a lot of money? I don't make a lot of money. I write it all off. I don't make no money. So you come after me for them taxes? I ain't got no taxes. Now, here's a secret to FHA. It's a government program. Here's a secret to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. It's a GSE, government-sponsored entity, government program. So you called the government the first time on April 15th and you said, hey, bro, trust me, I don't make no money. Then you go to the bank, you say, trust me, bro, I make some money. Well, they're the same guy. So if you wrote it all off so you didn't have to pay taxes, you can't tell the same guy, oh, but wait, I made a lot. With a couple of exceptions. This is important to know. This is the tea. This is the juice. This is the stuff that people, they don't want you to know, but we know.
Orange juice?
Not orange juice, man. This is the
Grapefruit
good.
juice?
This is the good juice. This is the good juice.
Pineapple juice?
Loan officers can add back in depreciation and depletion. So, when you're doing your taxes, you tell your accountant, CPA, or whoever does your taxes, make sure that most of my write-offs are legally depreciation or legally depletion. Why? Because when my loan officer gets that, the first thing I'm going for is I'm going to that line and say, hey, how much is depreciation and how much is depletion? And once I get those, I can add those back in. and I can increase your income without making you pay more taxes. What?
So these conversations, not a better time. We're at the end of the year. You're about to file your taxes next year. You need to call us now so you can put in the right data for your CPA, get you guys into a home. My car payment is $1,700. What are you driving, level 5?
Dude, $1,700. That's badass.
You got a TRX?
Send a picture, man. Can you send a picture?
$1,700?
$1,700. That's more than every time. How many times have you done this? You pull some 21-year-old kid who's like kind of on top of life and they're like, hey, I make $102,000. I'm a lineman.
Drywall, so that means it's probably like a 250, a badass 250.
Oh, it's probably gonna. No, I'm betting it's gonna be a Raptor.
I hope it's a Raptor.
Yeah, I hope it's a Raptor.
Raptors are badass.
Raptors are badass.
But I don't know if you can fit all the
I like
drywall in the back.
I like the T-Rex. Dude, the T-Rex.
TRX is badass.
The TRX. So
badass.
let us know what that is. We want to see a picture. We like to see it. I always laugh when I see that stuff. I make $57,000 a year, 720 credit score, student loans.
Denali, I knew it.
A Denali. A Denali.
I knew it. Badass truck.
Badass truck. No homie. No homie for the homie, man.
It makes $250,000 a year. So,
if you make $250,000 a year,
house.
we just ignore it. Yeah, we just ignore that shit.
Oh, you're rich?
Oh yeah.
Just pick any house you want.
I don't know if you know how our system works, but if you're rich, we're like, hey, well, yes, you can have a loan.
If you're rich and in politics, you get to eat at the fanciest restaurants, even if we're locked down during COVID.
Yes.
Like the French Laundry. Gavin Newsom.
What? That was Gavin.
California
Gavin
governor.
was the rat in your garage, dude. That's Gavin.
I got him too.
You got him too, man. You got Gavin, and then Kamala came right behind him.
No, Kamala was like, you didn't
Kamala's
give me.
like, yeah, you did. Yeah,
Well,
you did.
till later.
Hey, on the New American Funding websites today, 5.75 on a 30-year fixed, 15-year conventional, 5.75 on a 30-year VA, 6.25 on a conventional. That's what's showing up on the website. Any more LOs want to come at me? Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We actually put the link up there for you guys because we know the LOs are coming after us.
Hating.
They hating.
Like, I don't have that rate.
Denali,
why you
dude.
guys got that rate?
The Denali company vehicle. Oh, you're going to love this level 5 drywall. You're going to love this.
Whoa. Noel had an interesting question. He said,
that?
does YouTube let you write a longer question than TikTok? Does TikTok limit the size of your question?
We don't know these things.
Yeah.
It looks like we're TikTok famous, but we're kind of two guys that do loans. We just happen to be in social media too. I want to talk to you about the Denali for a second, though. The Denali, if you're talking about depreciation and depletion, talk to your CPA because that is exactly where you use depreciation and depletion. It's not that with your eyebrows. It's too weird.
It's very attractive.
Dude, it's not very attractive. It's
Bringing
weird,
in the
dude.
millions and millions
It's
of
weird.
viewers.
It's weird. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yes, recast. All right, Noel. No, actually, you have
yeah, we got to go back
here.
up. We got, dude, we're losing all these
Okay,
questions.
so Noel?
We're burning up the lines again.
Try to go on and ask a question on YouTube right now. We actually have all the platforms
Go
open.
on YouTube, please, Noel. Please, please, please. And follow us. Like us. Do the heart thingy. Do the boom, boom, boom. Make sure people know that we're out there. We're badass. We're trying to help you get a house. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Cool. I make $57,000 a year, 2020 with student loans. Can I get a double family house? Double family house with it.
Like 2 unit?
Double family. 2 unit. Okay, so you're asking for a 2 unit, technical word, and because it sounds like there's a family in it.
Yeah, can I get it with 2 families?
Can I get it too? Well, if you're buying a rental, you buy rentals that way too.
Yeah.
But if you're buying your primary residence and you want to rent another one, yes, it's actually a house hack. And the guidelines increase every time you have a unit. It goes higher, and another unit, 3rd unit, higher, 4th unit, higher, higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Cool. We got there.
Keith.
What's up,
Got
Keith?
Got home
Keith
loan
in the house.
Style or Sky?
Home loan. What's up, Home
Hey,
Loan
kid.
Sky? What's up, guys?
All
So
right, next
we are,
question.
yeah. We got questions on Instagram.
you do
Don't
North
ignore
Carolina, though?
Facebook.
But do you do North Carolina?
North Carolina, we do North Carolina. We love North Carolina. We do South Carolina. We do South Carolina. We do Massachusetts. We do Rhode Island. We do everywhere but New York. Everywhere but New York. And for some reason, I get a lot of people going, hey, I'm in New York. Can you help me? Nope. Sorry. Can't. Sorry.
Unless you move to Jersey.
We try and get everybody from New York to move to Jersey. That's our plan. We have a master plan. It's been unveiled.
We actually were funded by New Jersey.
Yeah, New Jersey called us. Chris Christie's like, hey, why don't you
Like,
guys...
after I finish eating this sandwich.
and then the other 3 behind it. Then I want you to get everybody to move from New York to New Jersey because I don't like Donald Trump.
We're on it, Chris Christie. Do I need to refinance to recast my mortgage? Asks Nelk.
Okay. So recast usually has to do with an ARM. ARM, adjustable rate mortgage. So if you get a 5-1, that means for the first 5 years it's fixed, and then every 1 year it recasts, it changes. So it usually happens automatically.
So
if you got issues, call us. We'll help you.
if you got a problem, I'll solve it.
Whoa,
A1A!
Detroit Avenue. Dude, you did it again. No trigger warning.
What is it again? He wants to know about depreciation and depletion.
What? Level 5. Level 5. Hey, have you filled out the application with Chris and Lee in order to get a house?
He made 370 G's.
370 G's showing 220.
That's good.
Cool. So, on your corporation taxes, 1120s? 1120s, right? Mostly 1120s?
Yeah.
Hopefully you're not at that
that's
level. You
self-employed.
shouldn't be Schedule C, dude.
Yeah,
at
that's
that
corporated.
level, you should not be Schedule C. You need an accountant. Hopefully you've got an accountant.
Mm-hmm.
But you send me your 1120s and your K1s. 1120s are the corporate tax returns. And then on that, there's going to be a line for depreciation and a line for depletion. And then on your K1s, I'm going to be able to follow it through.
Hey, Noel, we got your YouTube question. Click it.
Okay.
You gotta open it.
I got to open it?
Does it make it bigger?
I don't know. Callan Tech.
He said,
Okay, it's Noel. Let's see if there's a limit. Let's see if this is their limit.
Did you ask the question, Noel, on YouTube?
Ask longer. Or she can hear us, right? Ask
Yeah.
longer questions.
Yeah, but at least she can see your he or she can see the communicating.
Cool. So, I appreciate you for going there, Noel. Thank you very much.
Level
Callan Tech.
Level 5.
Count
You said
tech.
your accountant did a mock-up. Send it to us.
Yeah, send it to us.
We'll let you know. We'll let you know where you stand.
If you need a
Screenshot this.
badass loan officer, call the badass loan officers at Chris and Lee, New American Funding. Why? Because all the other loan officers like to shoot at us on our live. They shoot at us on our live. They try and catch us, dude. It's so I
You know what we
kind of
shoulda
like
did?
it. It's like,
You know what we should have done?
What
When
should
he
we
was
done?
like,
What should
I'm
we
a
done?
mortgage banker. We should have went like that.
oh shit, gotta go, guys. Sorry, we got another mortgage banker in the house. We don't know what to do. Yeah, we're afraid of the guidelines. We're afraid of the guidelines. So pretend you're Floyd Mayweather, and somebody jumps into the ring with you and tries to cheap shot you.
Holy cow.
You know what Floyd? Oh, check this, Callan Tech. So with my wife, W-2 and 1099 with Uber after write-offs to show you made about 60K. We both debt ratio under 30%. No car notes. I'm in Illinois. Ballpark. How much would we qualify for?
That's a long question.
That's a long question. So first off, you have solved the character problem. You can put a lot of characters on YouTube. Thank you very much for
Tell our
following us on YouTube.
millions of fans of what just
Millions of. So we just found out, thanks to Callan Tech or Noel. Callan Tech.
Noel.
So thanks to Noel, that we have a character limit on TikTok. I didn't even know that.
Me either.
We get a lot. We get most of our questions from TikTok. We do see them on Facebook. We see them on Instagram, TikTok. We know that they're limited, but we didn't know that they were limited that much.
Yeah, me either. Yeah.
Anyway, so 60K. Let's answer the question here. 1099. 1099 is the key. Uber, write it off. Show about 60K with both our debt ratios under 30%. No car notes. I'm in Illinois. Noel, Callan Tech, you look like you're in a good situation. You look like you're in a damn good situation. If you've been doing the 1099 for over 2 years, you're in a really good situation. Let's get you qualified. Let's get you qualified. So if you're just asking for a straight 60K, how much would you get? Help me with 60K here. Close to 330?
Yeah, mid threes.
Yeah. So between 310 and 360, maybe 380. That's just not knowing a whole lot. We are here for you. If you go to the top of our profile, there's a link there. You can apply there, or you can text us. Text us TikTok, or in your case, text us YouTube. Say YouTube. And we know we saw you on YouTube, and we know that we just caught us on a live. That's our little code for whenever somebody watched us on live and we couldn't answer the question right there. We're like, oh, you got us on Instagram. Oh, you got us on TikTok. Oh, you got us on YouTube. Oh, you got us on Facebook. Facebook. Cool.
All right. God bless. 2181. I have a house that's mortgage free, but I want to buy a house out in the country. Give me your best solution. sell your current house and buy one in the country?
Well, you didn't ask if he's rich. If he's rich
Oh,
and he's
I gotta
rolling,
ask questions.
Yeah, if he's rolling, maybe he's got 12 million cash.
Ooh, maybe.
In that case, you just write a
Maybe.
check.
Maybe.
Write a check. Yeah.
How do you write a check? I haven't done that in years.
Well, you wire it. Venmo? Can you Venmo? Can you Venmo $2 million? I wonder if you can.
I don't know.
So, what is the best solution? It's going to depend on what you want. Are you trying to build it? If you're trying to build it, there's a special way to do it. Are you trying to buy raw land?
Is there no financing? Is that what he's talking about?
I don't know. Can you?
God bless. Clarify that question.
Yeah, clarify that. God bless. We're here for you.
Can you do as many cash out refinances as you want as long as your home gains equity?
You're asking if you have a credit card that you can live in. Yes, but we don't recommend it. There's actually kind of a waiting period of 6 months to 1 year on most loans because they don't want you. It's called churning. In the business, it's called churning. Loan officers they used to do this, and they would try and make commission after commission after commission after commission. And they figured out that the LO's doing it, not necessarily the client, and it's called churning. So they really frown upon churning. But if you can make a real good case of why you want to, we'll still do it.
Hey, you guys want to know a secret? I'm going to share a
me.
secret with you
Tell me a
guys.
secret.
For you refinancers.
Drop the T. Drop the T.
For you
Tell me. Ooh, Talent's not in there.
For you refinancers.
Oh, wow.
So here's what it is. So if you're cashing out, if you're like, hey, I want to take 10 grand out, 50 grand out, 100 grand out, want to pay for Christmas, want to pay off a car, want to consolidate debt, want to fix up my house, want to put grass in the yard, whatever it is, okay, you're taking cash out. If we do it correctly, you have the ability to not make a mortgage payment for 2 months.
2 months?
2 months.
Are you crazy? We'll go broke.
So you still making the payment because it's built in, but you don't have to write that check for 2 months. So if you got a $3,000 a month mortgage payment, you just saved $6 grand. If you have a $5,000 a month mortgage payment, you just saved $10 grand.
Whoa, Calentech, I see you. I'll answer.
And this dude is itching to answer a question.
Dude, you can see it, right? Like
Make it happen.
I'm like ready.
Make it happen.
Look, I want more LOs to come at me and fire at me again. It's
He
kind of
likes
fun
to
when they
fight.
do that stuff.
I like to work. He
Dude,
likes to fight.
I like to fight. Calentech says, is it better to buy a new in the Chicagoland area suburbs? There are new houses around 330 range. Can you buy a new house with an FHA loan or interest rates better on a new house? So the house age is irrelevant when it comes to the loan. Doesn't matter. Could be brand new, could be old. But the new home builders play games. They play some really complicated games. Here's what they do.
Checkers.
What they do is they say, hey, I want this house to look cheaper.
Reindeer games?
Reindeer games. So the way I'll make it look cheaper is I won't pay for the park. I'll build it into the bond that's going to pay for the park, and the homeowner will pay for the bond. What that looks like to you is an increased tax base. Melrose, or
Special
an
assessments?
increased special assessment, increased tax base. So it looks like the home's cheaper, but when I qualify you, one of the first questions I ask is, what's the tax base? Because if the builder played the game, they can sometimes put an extra point, which is $300 a month or more in many cases, and that is going to reduce your buying power, but you're not going to understand it. Now, if you went across the street to the not new home builder, you could buy, what? $50,000 to $100,000 more worth of house. It's the game that the builders play. It's a little complicated, but we decode it for you. Is it better to buy a new house or a used house? It's gonna depend. First, we got to get you qualified. After we have you qualified, every time you look at a property, I'm going to say, hey, what's the tax base? And after a while, we're going to learn your area. We're going to go, hey, new builders are at 1.9, but standards are at 1.25. Whoa, what? Well, now you know if you're going new builder, you're going to be paying more in taxes, and we have to factor that in. So first step, get qualified. Second step, we'll get you a good realtor if you don't already have one, and then we'll teach you the game.
Jessica asks, can you fix that issue after the fact? I think she's talking about the HOA.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jessica. Talk to me. Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me, Goose.
FICO score that is pulled. I have seen FICO score 2 to 8. What is the FICO score that is pulled? Okay, so when you're pulling scores, we use 3 different bureaus: Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Okay. 2 through 8. Seeing FICO score 2 through 8. I think you're thinking of the models. So
Yeah.
for mortgage, it's model 5, but don't try to think too much into it. If you're interested in buying a house, we'll pull your credit. Just give us a call, email us, text us,
Yeah.
whatever it may be.
Plus, there's not a lot you can do about it. You can't say, hey, Mr. Bank of America, I don't want you to use Model 5. You use Model 3 on my loan. Bank of America is not going to step back and go, why, yes, Mr. Customer, you're always the boss. The customer is always right. We will use Model 3. They don't do that. So you kind of got no real
Hey, Jessica,
choice.
Jessica, we have to go right now, but you say your loan is in escrow at the moment, and you're asking if you can fix that issue after the fact. Ask the exact question right now before we disconnect.
Yeah, we're going to be going
What are you
here.
looking for? DJ90, DJ D90. I have bad credit. What would you do? I can't find. Oh, where'd it go? I can't find anyone to lend to me.
I have no credit. There's a difference between bad credit and no credit. Bad credit is somebody gave you credit and you didn't pay it right, so your FICO is low, and we already have a history of what you'll do. No credit is nobody's ever given me the shot. Now, in the mortgage business, we have a way to deal with that. If you have no credit, we can do something called alternative credit. Alternative credit is when I say, hey, send me the last 12 months of your electric bill wherever you live so I can see that you paid it on time. Send me your gas bill so I can see you paid it on time. Send me your water bill so I can see that you paid it on time. And then I build a profile that's outside of credit. It's called alternative credit. That does happen occasionally, but it's not a system where you can just ignore credit. Because if you have bad credit, you did something to get that bad credit. We have to fix that.
Okay, Jessica said it's the tax issue, and what did she look for? So I think it had to go back to the way she filed her taxes.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually had a new build. They qualified her. Now, I don't think she qualified, so she wants to know how to
Oh,
solve that.
that's your LO's problem. You had a bad LO in that situation. Your LO should have caught that like that. That's why you need a good LO. If you don't have a good loan officer, LO is loan officer. If you don't have a good LO to do your, they want to make a commission, so they'll throw anybody in there, especially new builds. New builds don't have a real tough requirement for the LO most of the time because they know they're going to get the customers. Chris and I have to work for our customers. We have to know the guidelines. We have LOs attacking us on live, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. And you know what I say? Bring it, baby, bring it. When Conor McGregor's in the ring, he's not worried about the guy coming at him because he knows what the hell he's doing. If Floyd Mayweather, not worried what the hell he's doing. Mike Tyson, not worried.
Not worried. Okay,
Not worried.
taxes on the house, not my income. So property taxes, HOAs, that type of stuff. Nothing
Okay.
you can do about it. That's the neighborhood you picked.
Yeah, it has to do with the neighborhood you picked, and ask for the tax base, and then ask what the normal tax base in your city is, because a lot of times the new builds, they build it in. You can't do anything about it. You chose the house.
Now, special assessments and Melrose do fall off over time. They do fall off. But there's one question I wanted to get to, Lee. I need you to help
Okay.
me.
All right, cool.
Have you talked more in depth about the side hustle? Now,
Yes.
we can't talk in depth, but he's going to cap it right now,
All
and
right,
you
cool.
can call us after the fact.
So one of the things that has happened, there's a little quick story on this. We're about to wrap up though, guys. So there's a quick story with this. So we're trying to qualify people, and a lot of times they're qualifying. They're saying, hey, I want to buy a little bit more house than I have. And they say, what can I do? And they say, well, usually non-occupant co-borrower. And they say, well, what if I can't get a non-occupant co-borrower? I had a client come in and said, hey, I made $30,000 on a side hustle. And I said, yeah, cool. That's awesome. Let me see your side hustle. All right, cool. And they say, hey, I've been doing it for 2 years, but I only made the money in the last 3 months. I only made the $30,000 in the last 3 months. And I said, okay, cool. Let's see what you got. We show the 2 years side hustle, $30,000. She says, what can we do with this? I say, well, we can either do a 24-month average and increase your monthly income, or in your case, I think it's better off to pay down some debt and increase your down payment. It'll get you into the house. Great. By the way, what's your side hustle? She says, I'm doing digital marketing. What are you doing?
Looking.
Oh, I'm doing digital marketing. What are you looking for?
Whatever I want.
Okay, I'm doing digital marketing. I said, what is that? And she says, well, there's affiliate marketing where I sell a product from Amazon, and I just send them through my site to Amazon, and then I make a small commission. Or there's digital marketing where I buy a product and then I resell the product digitally. Sometimes it's an education course. Sometimes it's teaching people how to digital market. In my case, it's Roadmap to Riches. And I said, what is Roadmap to Riches? She says, it teaches you digital marketing, how to do everything, not like one piece of it, everything from beginning to end with the full community that helps you do this thing, that helps you gain success. And I said, okay, I'm going to look into this. So I looked into it and I said, Chris, this is something that we might want to tell people do, but I'm not going to trust it unless we do it ourselves. So We spent the money. We built the websites. We did everything. We do digital marketing. We do get commissions from it. We've gotten, the first commission was exciting. The second commission was exciting. That it happens. So, digital marketing, we teach people how to do it. It's actually on the link at the top. We will teach you how to do it. And this way, you can start your side hustle. We will need 2 years. It's not going to happen like day one. It's going to take you a while, and it's a real business. You can't just, hey, I'm just going to do this, and where's my millions? You have to, every day you have to post. Every day you have to learn the product. You have to know your stuff. We tell people, you have to give 1 hour a day, one honest hour. Not an hour on Facebook, an honest hour every single day for 90 days to start. And then after that, you can kind of coast a little bit. You still have to put the time in. So if you're wanting to do that, we can help you with it.
So Jessica, if you're an escrow, yeah, you're good. And the last question, how many people can I put on an application? I've never met a limit, so let's try.
Yeah, we've done 8.
Call us.
Yeah, we've done 8 on one application. 8. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Call us. We're here for you. We've been Chris and Lee. We out.